Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In case you are new here, hi, my name is Bia and I am incredibly passionate about beauty, especially when it comes to makeup. In today's video, I am going to show you step by step how easy it is to achieve this gorgeous, natural, everyday makeup look. This is actually one of my go-to makeup looks, especially on the weekends when I don't want to spend a lot of time doing my makeup, but I still want to put in some effort and look super put together and super clean. So if you want to see how I did it, just keep on watching. But first, don't forget to subscribe to my channel in case you haven't already, and also to leave this video a like. Since this is a very natural look, I'm going to keep the coverage very sheer. So instead of going in with a foundation, I am actually going in with a tinted moisturizer. And the one that I'm going in with is honestly my favorite. It has been my favorite for months, maybe years now, which is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. One of the things that I enjoy the most about applying this product is that I apply it with my hands. It is time to get messy. Even though this is a tinted moisturizer with SPF, I still did my whole skincare before this. When it comes to more natural makeup looks, in my opinion, creamy formulas give us the best results. I feel like they tend to melt in with the skin very easily and give us a more natural skin looking finish. So I am going to bet on mostly creamy formulas, but I'm still going in with powder because I have combination skin. Like, I need to set this and make sure that it stays.
Stop it. Get some help.
For creamy bronzer, which I always apply before my concealer for reasons of it is easier to sculpt my face like this, I am going in with the usual one, which is Denture from Huda Beauty in the shade Light, just for reference. I am honestly so glad that I have a restock coming soon, because this one, I am running out of it. Guys, if you haven't tried anything from Huda Beauty, I cannot relate. Honestly, the more that I try from the brand, the more that I fall in love with the brand. Like, the formulas tend to be so good. I cannot wait to try more things. I love the eyeshadow palettes, and this product, it is really good. I mean, look at it. I know that it's not fully blended, okay? Don't come at me for that, but like, it blends very easily. And I just love the shade. I have already color corrected my dark circles off camera because they are very intense as per usual. So now I can risk myself and go in with a medium coverage concealer because I know that they are not going to peek through. And the one that I'm going in with is one of my makeup favorites since I've started doing makeup, which is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is honestly one of the best concealer formulas that I've ever encountered. And by the way, especially when it comes to more natural makeup looks, you want to keep your hands very light. Don't go in with a ton of product because I know that some of you like to go crazy with the concealer application. Just be smart about it, like apply it in areas that will help you achieve something, like areas that you want to highlight, areas like this and in here that will help you like lift your face, you know, things like that. Because honestly, you don't need a ton of concealer, and especially in the under eye area, if you apply a ton of concealer, it is just more product to crease. To blend it out, I am going in with a sponge. Honestly guys, I have tried like brushes versus the sponge, and I still don't get why some people prefer the brushes. Like, I get it, they're good, but they are nothing compared to a good sponge. This is obviously my personal preference, and I know that what works for me might not work for someone else. But like, how do you do it? Like, it kind of creeps me out to see people blending concealer with brushes. I don't know why, but it just kind of gives me the ick. She's gonna be looking snatched. Now for blush, I'm going in with the Man Eater from Tarte. This is the Blush and Glow Cheek Plump in the shade Bluff. I think that in my previous video I used it, but it was in the shade Pink. This is a lot more subtle because it doesn't have such a strong pink pigment. So it looks more like a subtle blush mixed with highlighter. A little bit on the nose for that extra cuteness. Guys, I don't know what to do with my hair. Like, I don't know if it is damaged, if it is just out of control. I don't know what to do, but it looks very frizzy, and no matter like the brand or the products that I use, I cannot get a hold of it. Before going in with any powders, I am first going to do my brows, and for that I'm first going in with the Brow Lace from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Honestly, pencils will just give you the more natural finish. I just fill in any gaps and make sure that they look a little bit more defined, but nothing that looks too fake, if that makes sense. For my first round of setting spray, I am going in with the Fix Plus from MAC. Now that my complexion is pretty dry, I am going in with some setting powder, and the one that I'm going in with is my all-time favorite. I am using a lot of favorites in this video, but honestly, when I find a product that I love this much, I just cannot like switch it for another one. And the one that I'm talking about is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I am using a Zoeva powder brush to apply it. I am going to set my creamy bronzer with some powder bronzer to intensify it a little bit more and to bronze up my face a little bit more. And the one that I'm going in with is the Beach Bronzer from Urban Decay. To apply it and blend it, I am going in with the 108 from Zoeva. While my face is a little bit more powdery, I am going to do the eye part so that if anything falls, it's not a big problem. I'm going to start by using this Zoeva pencil. This is the Limitless Joy Eyeliner Pencil in the shade Strength. And I am going to use an eyeliner brush to do a very thin wing, but then I'm going to smoke it out to give it a more like blurred out look. Does that make sense? The brush that I'm going in is also from Zoeva and it is the 317. I honestly have a lot of Zoeva brushes. I was always a fan and then I started to work with them, so I just gathered so many brushes and I love them all so much. I'm just going to wing it out. I'm going to try to show you guys as much as I can, but please bear in mind that my sight is the worst. Okay, something like this. It doesn't have to be very sharp, and if I mess it up on the outer part, especially while smoking it out, I'll just go in with some concealer to kind of clean the edges. You can obviously leave it like this if you don't want to smoke it out. And one great thing about brown eyeliner or brown pencil is that it looks very natural, especially compared to black eyeliner. Every time that I'm trying to go for a more natural finish, but I still want to lift my eyes, I do a brown eyeliner and it just works perfectly. I'm going to start by smoking out the pencil before I go in with any eyeshadow, and for that I'm going in with the Zoeva 238. I'm just going to do like some inward motions to bring it towards my crease and the center of my eye. And as you can see, this pencil gives you so much room to work with. Like, it doesn't dry out completely in the first few seconds, and I just find it amazing. But once it does dry out, it will not go anywhere. And by the way, don't worry if this part looks a little bit messy. Nobody cares. We are still going in with eyeshadow. This is kind of the base and the guideline. I'm definitely going to need to clean the outer part with a little bit of concealer. Now that this is a little bit more blended out, I am going in with the ABH Soft Glam palette. This is honestly one of the oldest items on my makeup collection and one of my favorites as well. I'm going in with this brush from Argent Makeup. This is the 201 and I'm going to pick some of this eyeshadow called Rustic. And I'm pretty much going to start by tapping it on the edge of the eyeliner and doing some inward motions as well. This shade is pretty similar to the shade of the pencil, so it's going to blur it out even more and also kind of set it. Now, taking the same brush, I am going in with Burnt Orange from the same palette. I am going in with some of this eyeshadow to keep on blending it and kind of build a perfect transition to the rest of my eye. This one, I am placing it more on the edge of the darkest eyeshadow. Some zigzag motions. I'm also using a fluffier brush to kind of place it in the outer half of my crease. I'm also going to push it towards the end of my brow to kind of elongate my eyes and just keep on going with the effect of the eyeliner. I am also using the darkest eyeshadow to build like the inner wing. I don't know if it's how it is called, honestly, but yeah. This will also elongate my eyes a lot more. And if you struggle to do this with eyeshadow and the teeniest, tiniest brush that you can possibly find. Doing this with liquid or gel eyeliner is a complete nightmare. I don't know if I should go in with a little bit of shimmer on my lid. Something very subtle, not glitter at all, not even close. Or if I just should keep it matte, but I think that I'm going in with a very subtle shimmer. I am going in with the lightest eyeshadow on this palette, which is called Tempera, which is this one. It might look matte, but it's actually kind of satin, so it definitely has some sheen to it. And by the way, I'm using the Morphe M210. Wow, this really brightens up the eyes. I'm going to apply it on my crease, but I'm going to try to smoke out the edges because I don't want this to look very sharp. I just wanted to bring a lot more light to my lid. You can always go in with some tinier blending brush to blend the edge. I am still going to apply lashes, but I'm going to save it for last, you know, after all the setting sprays and everything else. So now I'm moving on to lips, and to line my lips I'm going in with this MAC pencil. This is in the shade World, and I'm just going to quickly line my lips. This is a very subtle shade on me. For lipstick, I'm going in with one that I really love, but I haven't used it in a while, which is this one from Wet n Wild. And this is one of their matte lipsticks in the shade Sandstorm. It is not super light, but since I'm pretty brunette, it looks pretty natural on me. And by the way, I broke it. So if it looks a little bit weird applying it, I'm sorry. While this dries, I'm going in with my last round of setting spray, and this is the one that I'm using, the NYX one with the Dewy Finish. Okay guys, so I went off camera to apply my lashes. I still didn't apply mascara. I'm just waiting for them to dry, so if they look weird, please excuse me. So now I'm going in with some brow gel just to make sure that my brows stay in place and look very airbrushed. For highlighter, I am going in with this one from Bobbi Brown. I feel like this is the most natural looking highlighter that you can possibly try, and it is in the shade Pink Glow, so it looks both like a highlighter and a blush. I'm going to apply it with another Zoeva brush, and I mean, look at the glow. I just love the finish of this product because it looks super natural and very diffuse. And by the way, since I always get tons of questions about the lashes that I'm using, these are the Ritzy from Kiss. Last, I'm going to top my lipstick with some gloss to, you know, enhance the natural finish. And the one that I'm going in with is the Lifter Gloss from Maybelline in the shade 009. Hey guys, I am back, so this is the final glam. I just hope that you found this video useful and that you realize how easy it is to replicate this makeup look. I honestly love to do this type of glam. It is very neutral, very subtle, but it makes me look and feel so put together. But anyways guys, before you leave this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you haven't already. And I am going to leave another video right here that I think you guys are also going to enjoy. Bye guys, and I will see you on my next video.